So we're given this circle that's inscribed in this rhombus, and the two diagonals are 12 and 16. And that means the area is the product of the diagonals divided by 2. So area of this rhombus is this quantity. Now here, because the circle is inscribed, these points is tangent. So if we draw the radius here, that's 90 degrees. And if we kind of connect this, then for this triangle here, that becomes the radius and the base is b. So area of that triangle is half base times height. And that would also be the case for these remaining triangles, because again, it would be tangent here. So I have 4 of these, and that must equal the area of the rhombus, because I've really just divided it into these 4 triangles. So that must equal 12 times 16 over 2. So that's the first relationship. Now another property you need to know is if you know the two diagonals, then square of those, their sum, is equal to 4 times the side of this rhombus. I'll go over this at the end of the video, where that comes from, but that's the result we'll just be using directly. So that means 12 square plus 16 square is equal to 4b square. And this becomes 12 times 12. Let me just write it down. I mean, you can certainly use a calculator here. So this is 3, 4, so 36 plus 64 is 100, which means B is 10. That result I can put in here, and that would give me the radius. Again, I'm leaving the numbers in that form so I can simplify. That one, 2 goes out, 4 here. So the radius is 12 times 4 over 10, which is 24 over 5. The question is area of the circle, which is pi r square, 24 over 5 square, to the area of the rhombus, which is this, 12 times 8. So that becomes pi 24 times 24, 5 times 5, and I will reduce it at this point. 2, 3, so now I get 6 pi in the numerator and 25, which is answer choice A. Now when I did this question, I was rusty on that one. So going forward, if I were taking this exam and preparing for it, I would absolutely make sure that I have this result in my memory, and also that one, because then it becomes really easy. And I think when I was doing this, I was trying to figure this out, which obviously you don't have the luxury in the exam. So I'll go over that result. I think everyone that is planning on attacking these geometry questions should do what I'm doing right now. Maybe do this on your own and look at what I've done, and maybe figure out different ways of doing the same result. So if this is the diagonal, the longer one, let's say, then I can drop this altitude here. Let's call this the height, and that's x. So if I apply the Pythagorean theorem to the larger right triangle, that would be b plus x square plus h square. Now if I draw this altitude here, this is also x, because this part here is b minus x, so it's just shifted, whereas this part here, that whole thing is b. So if I apply the Pythagorean theorem to this triangle here, that would be x square. Let me see, actually, let me do it this way. This is b square, keep the diagonal on that side, is equal to x square plus h square. So that's the height of the rhombus. X is that dimension. Now I have the other diagonal as well, d2. And you'll notice that's, if you look at this right triangle, that's b minus x. The height remains the same. So I can apply the Pythagorean theorem. Let me redraw it here if this looks messy. So I would urge all of you to kind of do this on your own as well. That way it's easier to memorize the result. So if I apply that, I get b minus x square plus h square. Now I can take these two equations and add them. And then I'll expand these identities. So b squared plus x squared plus 2bx. Here you will get the cross term would be minus 2bx. And then I also have not these two plus 2h squared. So those drop out. I get 2b squared plus 2 times x squared plus h squared. And note from here, x squared plus h squared equal to b squared. So if we finally get our result that the square of the two diagonals is equal to 4 times the side of the rhombus. So that's an important result. As I mentioned earlier, when I was initially doing this question, I didn't really remember it. So I was trying to figure that out, which obviously you should not be doing that in the exam. So if you know those results, it's really easy. So make sure you know those properties. So the answer is A.